non-negotiable element. Next is the rundown or the cue sheets. As you can see there are three columns. We have the actual time, the content, and the running time. For the actual time, it is the time you can see on a stopwatch, the seconds and the minutes. Next is the content or the part of the instruction. First, we have the opening billboard, the station ID and the program ID. This will prepare the broadcaster for airing, and this signals the listener that instruction is about to be aired. Just like in lesson planning, we should also include the introduction. And here, you are going to introduce yourself. And for the introduction of the lesson, make sure that listeners will be motivated to listen to you. This is the motivation or the preliminary part in lesson planning. Then followed by the first discussion. You see a springboard. You can use a springboard from a module. The module will serve as the guide in script writing. For each activity to be included, make sure that you need to make it more appropriate in radio broadcasting. Because there are some activities that cannot be aired through radio. And please take note of the instructions in the module. It should be contextualized based on the platform to be used. There can also be infomercial in each part of the instruction. This is optional actually. Then as mentioned in the principles, it should be conversational. So in the cue sheets and the script, you will include their greetings and feedback mechanisms. Since that you are conversing to the listener, you should be sensitive to the diversity of our learners. Then this will be followed by reminders. It can be in relation to COVID or those that can help the community. And of course, goodbyes. Lastly, the closing billboard. This signals listener that the lesson is done. Those that are marked in red, most of the time, it is not done by the broadcaster. It can be recorded then played during the instruction. After looking into its parts or elements of the instruction and the time, it will be checked and verified by the executive producer or the one who will quality assure the instruction. This is an example of script for radio. As you can see, just like in lesson planning, there you can read the part of the teacher, the skill. After doing the rundown, you may specify it on what are the details to be aired in each part. All the contents to be written should be those that can also be found in the quality assured modules approved by the Department of Education, of course. You can see here other parts of the instruction. You can also see here the discussion. In the skill, you may also include their pauses that will signal the broadcaster that he should pause for 3 seconds. Pauses may be written in capital letters or with parentheses. Again, I repeat, those contents that you're going to include in your scripts should be based on the contextualized modules approved by the Department of Education. That is very important. Lastly, this will be the end of the script. We also have the extroduction. By the way, this example was written by Madam Carol Serapon, one of the national TV broadcasters of the division. Before anything else, remember this. Begin with the end in mind. Before, during, and after writing the script, you should think of the goal or the objective of the instruction. Always we plan based from the learning objectives. How are we going to meet it? Are we realizing the objectives? And did we meet the expectations? Always remember, we are the master of the instruction, and the center of it are our learners. We should consider all of these. This is a kind of innovation that we can still use after this pandemic. Because of these, face-to-face instruction will be easier. and we can easily deliver these learning competencies